Happy tax day, everybody. Well, at least it is for cracking the code readers. Um, it is April 15th, 2019, and my name is Craig Schieder. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to share my experience with cracking the code since I have come into contact with that in the last year. A little longer than that, actually. But I went and read that book back and forth probably 5 times, in addition to referencing all of the definitions, making sure I understood everything, all the principles, why I was filing, what I was filing, and on what forms. Once you understand it and you educate yourself, that fear that everybody gets when somebody mentions the IRS fades away. Knowledge trumps fear. When you understand what is right and how to do things, that goes away. Pete has made some serious sacrifices to share this information with the American public. This is not how the Founding Fathers meant it to be. I mean, they picked up their muskets over a few shillings of tax that they were going to impose, and they said it's not happening. So when they won their independence, wrote that Constitution, they made damn sure that the taxing powers of the government were constrained. There was a direct tax allowed if it's apportioned, and an indirect tax or an excise tax. And the federal income tax, which was instituted in 1862, is an excise tax. It is a tax on federal income. The 16th Amendment didn't institute anything. All it did was close a loophole that was opened as a result of the Pollock case in 1894, where Pollock sued Farmers Loan and Trust in regards to an argument of the source of the income being private property. And because the stock was considered as private property, it created a loophole. The 16th Amendment was instituted to protect the income tax and close the loophole, which it did. It took away the source argument. Educate yourself. Read Cracking the Code, and that new knowledge that you'll obtain will trump any fear that you've harbored up until that point. This was not how it was meant to be. Your labor is your private property. You owe it to your family and to your children and to the country to do the right thing. After educating myself, I went back and refiled my returns going back to 2012. I had some outstanding tax burdens as a result of an old business. But in the last 4 months, I refiled going back to 2012, and consequently, I have received quite a few things back. The state has actually been quicker to respond than the IRS, although the IRS has responded as well. Here's a few of them. This one is, let's see. This one is the 2014 New York State. zero tax due. New York State, zero tax due, 2014 amended. This is 2017 from the IRS. Overpayment for 2017, $17,965, which was applied to some older balances, but was indeed returned. This is 2016 New York State. Same thing. Zero federal gross income, zero New York State income, zero tax due. Amount returned. This is 2018. They're kind of jumping around. New York State's been very responsive. But they do the right thing when you file things properly. This is the other part of the 2014. This is not hard. Do the right thing, educate yourself, and this perpetration of the ignorance tax will end. You owe it to your family, your children, and Pete Hendrickson for all the sacrifices he's made for us. Pete, thanks again. I appreciate it, and I know everybody else does as well. Just a little motivation for tax day. Do the right thing and educate yourself. Everybody, have a great year, and arrivederci.